Greetings from the Arcturians and Orion and Commander Ashtar of Ashtar Command or Ashtar Galactic Command. I'm also getting Archangel Michael as well, and God. This is another message for the Russian president, President Putin, coming from God, the Arcturians, Orion, Commander Ashtar of Ashtar Command or Ashtar Galactic Command, and Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Ariel, and I'm also getting Archangel Amethyst. She's a female archangel, and Archangel Amethyst is the twin flame of Archangel Zadkiel. Yeah, which means Archangel Zadkiel is coming through as well, of the violet ray. Right. Let's get to the message. I'm getting the message that from Archangel Zadkiel, I'm getting a yes, and Archangel Amethyst. Archangel Amethyst is a female archangel and is the feminine counterpart, feminine aspect, and the twin flame of Archangel Zadkiel. So they're both coming through here as well. They are of the violet ray. So I'm getting the message that the Russian president, President Putin, wants the Ukrainian president, President Zelenskyy, to surrender something. Now, what is that something? I'm asking, what does he want him to surrender? And I'm getting Ukraine. But I'm also getting, well, that's not happening. That's not gonna happen. And that's not the right thing to ask for either. And also, that's not the right thing to do. I'm getting, they're saying the right thing. Okay, this message is coming through Orion now, and the Arcturians, and from Arcturus. They're saying the right thing to do at this point is to come together. Both President Putin and President Zelenskyy must come together and begin the peace talks and the peace process among themselves directly. No need to wait for outside help. No need to wait for President Trump and the former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Why am I getting the current UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer? Because he needs to be involved in the peace talks and in the peace process as well. And I'm getting a yes. And he's watching too. The current UK Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, is watching us too. And I'm getting a yes. So they're saying Prime Minister Starmer, you need to be involved in the peace talks and the peace process too. They're saying Russia needs to back off of Ukraine and President Putin needs to back off of Ukraine right now. And do not blackmail the Ukrainian president, President Zelenskyy, about anything. Now, this message was coming through when I recorded the previous message for the Ukrainian president, President Zelenskyy, and I was hesitant to say it then, but they're coming through with the same message again. They're saying this is Orion, and because, both President Putin and President Zelenskyy are from Orion. So Orion is coming through for both of you here with this message, but this message pertains to President Zelenskyy specifically right now. They're saying to President Zelenskyy that you must forgive President Putin for trying to assassinate you. I mean, that's the message they're giving me for you, President Zelenskyy. But, as a human and as someone who's been going through kind of the same, people trying to kill me. Anyway, I don't want to go into that. So that's why I was like, I can understand why President Zelenskyy would be hesitant, because let's face it, the wound is still fresh. So as a human, I can understand, how President Zelenskyy must feel about it. But I'm just being the messenger, and I'm just relaying the message coming from Orion for you, President Zelenskyy, and that's what they are suggesting, or that's what they're saying to you. Now, it's up to you what you want to do about that, or how you still feel about that, and if you're still kind of processing that, and it's up to you how you feel about that. But that's the message Orion is coming through with for you, President Zelenskyy. I know it's not easy, and they're saying they know it's not easy to forgive something extreme like that. But in the end, we all must forgive. That's what they're saying. And that's the thing. And now I'm getting, but sometimes forgiveness comes with some accountability. And that's how I've been feeling lately, that, especially when it comes to something extreme like that, where someone has actually tried to kill you and take your life. When it comes to something extreme like that, and we're all human too. We have, a human aspect to us too. So that kind of thing takes time. That takes time to process and heal from, and hopefully eventually forgive. But it's not easy. It's not an easy process to go through. But then again, that's the thing. If that tension is there between the two of you, then how are you even going to talk to each other? Or how are you, President Zelensky, are going to be able to talk to President Putin? And again, I'm getting, if that discomfort is there on your end, and I'm talking to President Zelensky here, if that kind of discomfort is there on your end, then I'm getting the same message again: third party negotiations and third party communications. And then again, they're saying involve us as that third party. That's what they're saying. They're saying we are here to help and we are here to guide you out of this hell on earth that is being created right now by President Putin, they're saying. And this is still Orion coming through for both of you, because that's your star origins, that's your star family and star ancestors. Right now they're giving me the Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico, and they're saying that Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico must back off President Zelensky and stop trying to blackmail him with anything. It doesn't even have to be just what he is blackmailing him with. And obviously we know that, President Putin is involved with that too. But that's the message I'm getting for the Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico, is to please back off of the Ukrainian President Zelensky as well. Like, you need to back off of President Zelensky as well. And now they're giving me peace talks, and they're saying begin the process as soon as possible, please, to all parties involved. And this is a message to all parties involved. And now they're giving me the current UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and they're saying the current UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer needs to push this process, that he needs to push this peace process right now. They're also saying, and this is Orion still, Orion is saying, please do not create any kind of energy crisis for Ukraine. And they're also giving me gas and gas supply to Ukraine. If there's a ban, okay, I'm just looking it up here on Google. Right. Transit of Russian gas across Ukraine. The final countdown. Will Russia and Ukraine renew some sort of gas agreement? It's saying Ukraine has already said it will not renew the transit agreement with Russia when it expires at the end of this year, meaning at the end of 2024. And we are at the end of 2024. This is actually December 31st. This is the last day of the year 2024. Ukraine will not allow transit of Russian gas with Azerbaijan? Zelensky or President Zelensky has ruled out the possibility of allowing the transit of Russian made gas under the label of Azerbaijan. The end of Russian gas transit via Ukraine. On 1st of January 2025, a major contract governing the transit of Russian gas through Ukraine will end, with significant implications for Russia-Ukraine gas disputes. Russia plans to completely abandon gas supplies to Europe through Ukraine. What's going on here? Supply shift, end of Ukraine gas transit. The European Union or EU targets a ban on Russian fuel imports by 2027. Right, okay, so there's something going on with that. Europe's messy Russian gas divorce. Russia suspended the supply of gas indefinitely through Nord Stream 1 on September 2nd, 2022. Right, so there's something going on with Europe and the European Union here as well when it comes to gas supplies or Russian gas supplies. Right. Amid competing pressures, will Ukraine quit its transit of what? Ending transit via Ukraine after 2024 would enhance the region's energy security and diminish Russia's export income with minimal disruption in gas supplies. War in Ukraine. Why is the EU still buying Russian gas? EU discussions are currently focused on banning the re-export of Russian LNG from European ports. Okay, right. Orion is saying that you should renew this transit agreement with Russia when it expires at the end of this year. And as I said, we are at the end of this year. Today is the last day of this year, 2024. Today is December 31st, 2024. So Orion is saying that Ukraine must renew the transit agreement with Russia. Ukraine must renew the gas transit agreement with Russia. And they're saying it will help the peace process with Russia and with President Putin. And they're saying you have to give him something. Like you have to give President Putin something. Like you have to surrender something. So Orion is saying surrender that. Give him that. Give the Russian President Putin at least that. Renew the gas transit agreement with Russia, with President Putin. Give him that at least. And I'm getting a yes from Orion. Okay, now they're giving me the US President Trump, even though they are saying that Russia and Ukraine do not need to wait on President Trump, but they're also saying at the same time that President Trump must get involved and must begin the peace talks and the peace process with Russia and Ukraine as soon as possible. If he wants to be involved. And also the current UK Prime Minister Starmer as well. Right, they're saying I can close out this message and leave it there for this one. So take care, over and out.